Today I'm going to be reviewing the new taxi, but now I'm going to give you a brief history lesson of the black cab. So, 1969, the TX1. 1971, the Austin FX4. The 1980s till the 1990s, the Austin FX3. 2005, the Mercedes Vito taxi. And 2007, the TX4. And now, for 2020, we have the all-new taxi. You may call it the London Taxis International TX5, but that's not its name. The taxi's actual name is the LEVC TX. So this taxi has actually been built by the London Electric Vehicle Company. This taxi now is the taxi owned by the Chinese make Geely, which also owns Volvo. It's much better than the old, outdated TX4. The old TX4 is actually quite cramped. Unlike this new taxi, the London Electric Vehicle Company has made it much better. Now please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so your notification sound goes off when I make a new upload. Please also follow us on Instagram at SahilCarReviews. Let's begin this video by telling you that this taxi is actually an electric one, to show you proof. It's called the LEVC TX eCity. It's got a drive battery and plug-in chargers. The drive mode's at the back because this taxi is rear-wheel drive. If you run out of pure electric power, don't panic because the LEVC have fitted this taxi with an 81 brake horsepower, 1.5 litre twin turbocharged engine taken out from a Volvo. When you climb into the taxi, you may think it's much better than the old, cramped TX4. It's true, it is actually much better than the old cramped interior. You do get there are a few hints of Volvo in this taxi. You do get a Volvo key. You get lots of Volvo switchgear, and the steering wheel is a Volvo steering wheel, but it may have a different badge on it. It's actually much better than the old cramped interior of the TX4. Actually, in history, this is the first ever taxi to come with an electric motor and satellite navigation. Now, before I talk about the infotainment system, I'd like to tell you what this new LEVC TX is like to travel in. It's much comfier than the old TX4, because in the TX4, the suspension wasn't so good. You didn't get much airbags, and you had that wailing diesel engine, so the ride wasn't so comfortable. You didn't get comfort seats like you do in the new TX. So, all you could hear in this new one, you could hear, you can't hear much, so if you want to save pure EV, you could just use the 1.5 litre twin turbocharged petrol engine. Now let's talk about the infotainment system. So, it's much better than the old TX4s, because this is the first taxi in history to come with satellite navigation, although no taxi driver would ever need a satellite navigation because they know all the street names off by heart. Now the back seats. You can carry 3 people at once. As you can see here, it's much better than the old cramped TX4 because you literally because look how cramped it was, cramping all the people. Unlike in this taxi, you can carry 6 adults at once at the same time. So back in 2017 with that TX4, so actually with the TX4 you didn't get card payments, but in 2016, London Taxi International put card machines, but they weren't contactless. Unlike now, the London Electric Vehicle Company put a card machine contactless. So all you could just do is you could just zap your card on there and then wait for it to beep. Thank you for watching my in-depth video on the all-new London taxi. Now please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified exactly when I make a new upload.